What makes someone a great leader? You might think it's about managing bigger teams, getting fancier titles, or moving up the org chart. But I believe that true leadership is more internal than external. The best leaders I've worked with didn't just get promoted, they outgrew their old ways of thinking. Their greatest transformation happened in their minds, not in their paycheck. So I thought it'd be fun to walk you through the top 5 stages of leadership, not as job levels, but as stages of how you show up as a leader. So as you go through these, you might want to stop and ask yourself, which stage am I in right now and where am I trying to go? Let's review the top 5 stages. Number 1, I like to call the doer. So if you're a doer, you don't directly manage a team. You get things done fast, independently, without a high bar. You're the person who always, always, always delivers. Your team trusts you to execute, and frankly, so do you. You know you're going to get it done. But there's only one problem. You end up doing everything. You stay late, you take work home. You can't delegate. You don't delegate because it's just faster if I do it. You overown everything. Unfortunately, your strength becomes your greatest hurdle and weakness to growth. The true leadership isn't about doing more, it's about doing less of the right things. Yes? Okay. Leadership starts when you stop overowning and start being more like Elsa and let it go. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is the fixer. As a fixer, you're managing the people. Congratulations, except now you're solving their problems, not just yours. You become the go-to person. Every question and decision must come through you. Every fire needs to be done with your approval. And let's be honest, you love the attention. You feel needed and useful, and your dopamine hits every time you jump in and save the day. But here's the thing no one tells you about this stage. You're still doing just fine. You're doing it just for other people, not for yourself. You're not empowering people. You're rescuing them. That makes you the bottleneck. And worse, your team starts outsourcing their thinking to you. One of the things that I learned is there's a huge difference between empowering and enabling, and this is an enabling mindset. So you need to make sure that you're not leaning in towards becoming the enabler. Fixing feels helpful, but it creates dependency and limits the team's growth and your growth. Which leads me to number 3. I just mentioned him, the enabler. As the enabler, this is where your leadership journey begins. You stop solving and start developing. Your job is no longer to be the smartest person in a room. Your job is to help others think, act, and grow on their own, which I absolutely adore. I think that's a great idea. You still care about the outcomes, but now you care about how they're achieved and who achieves them. You ask, what do you think we should do here? Or how would you approach this problem? Or what's your recommendation? I'm curious. This stage is powerful because you start to build real leverage. You start to feel less busy, and it's not because you're working less, it's just because your team is working more efficiently and better. Enabling others is a stepping stone from managing to leading. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 is the multiplier. As a multiplier, you're not just enabling individuals, you're building systems that enables entire teams. You're focused on scaling success, not just repeating it. You start designing onboard systems that ramp people up quickly, creating playbooks for decisions, and building internal tools and rituals that create agility and autonomy. You're no longer needed for everything, and guess what? That's exactly the point. Multipliers scale their impact by building systems and not dependencies. And then we'll go to number 5. Number 5 I affectionately call the shaper. As a shaper, you're shaping culture, direction, and long-term vision. You're not running sprints anymore. You're charting the marathon course. You ask, what kind of culture are we building as an organization? What kind of leaders are we creating? What kind of impact do we want to leave behind when we're gone? You're influencing how leadership happens in the organization, and you're focused on the future and working to create a legacy. Shapers define the culture and vision others want to follow. So where do you fall? Are you the doer or the fixer or the enabler or the multiplier or the shaper? What stage are you in today and where do you long to be? It's super easy for us to jump in and say, well, that's easy, I'm the shaper. But you need to be careful, because ask yourself the questions necessary to determine where you really are and be honest with yourself. Do an introspective and be honest. How would others perceive you? Where would they say you are? And then make a clear path for growth from that place to the place that you want to be. That's going to do it for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.